3 years ago, FirstRand launched Ashburton Investments. Its answer to some of the needs that exist in this country and globally to investor needs. The reason why we launched Ashburton Investments is to provide our clients with access to more sources of return and more ways of managing risk. We are 3 years old now. We've grown from a very small asset manager to the 17th largest asset manager in the country. Our different way of doing things, our different way of navigating financial markets, we believe will make us in the next 3 years a massive force to contend with in this market.
So we think global markets, after all this policy that's been designed to try and get the economies going again, there's issues around, where do we turn to? So markets have moved higher, following all that action, but we think we're coming to the end of that game, and therefore, increasingly, we think the markets, we're going to see a lot more dislocation. There's a lot of political risk out there today, and we think that will present opportunities.
So in being able to offer investors the full gambit of product both locally and offshore, we certainly, talking to our strapline of access to more, are able to offer both financial advisors and investors a full spectrum to satisfy their investment needs, which matches their long-term goals. What you can appreciate is that we have at Ashburton Investments a handle or an understanding of the global macro environment, and consequently make investment decisions for our investment process and portfolios, so that when we need an investment outcome that matches the mandate that you have as an investor selected, we have a full appreciation of what's going on internationally and locally, and are allocating capital accordingly to justify the outcome that you are looking for as an investor.
From a South African point of view, obviously we've had some very significant political upheavals, but there have been certain things that have been looking quite good. For example, a weak rand has resulted in some high inflation, and there's been a general diminution in spending power, and that has basically led to less imports, and less imports basically means our balance sheet has been improving somewhat. And on that basis, that is starting to look quite positive. For the last 5 months, up until last month, we had 5 consecutive months of trade surpluses. So that's a positive. The other issue in terms of having a weak economic environment is that the inflation environment has started to come down. We don't think we're going to get a drought again. We think there's going to probably be above average rainfall. The food price story is looking somewhat better, and on that basis we think interest rates don't have to go up anymore. So these are all kind of fairly key positives as far as the economy is concerned.
We live in uncertain times, we live in turbulent times. The politics are all over the place. Every day something new happens. Every day something new happens all over the world, whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's something else here in South Africa. We all need a bit of a guide, I think. We need people who can say, I'll take your hand and let's walk together.